the head of Sky Data, Harry Carr, who's been looking at public opinion on this. And my conclusion, Harry, would be it's a bit of a mixed verdict for Mr Corbyn. It's not as bad as it could be, but on the other hand, there are concerns.
I mean, so people are split between whether they think that Jeremy Corbyn is, or himself is or is not anti-Semitic, as Margaret Hodge obviously said to his face relatively recently, and is potentially under disciplinary procedures for that. 30% of people think that he himself is anti-Semitic, 33% don't, and 37% aren't sure. But I think that finding that 2/3 of people either think that he is anti-Semitic personally or aren't sure whether he is or isn't is gone to be a worrying one for Mr Corbyn. And then within Labour voters, they're also not entirely sure whether the person that they voted for in 2017 is anti-Semitic. So 58% think that he's not, but 1 in 10 think that he is anti-Semitic, and 32% aren't sure. If we look at whether, so I think you can see there, or we then look on to whether Corbyn tolerates anti-Semitism in Labour.
There he is, and that's, as you say, 1/3 say no, but 2/3 the jury's out. Yeah.
Exactly. So 37% think that Jeremy Corbyn does tolerate anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. 26% think that he definitely doesn't, and a further third don't know. So more think that he tolerates anti-Semitism in the Labour Party than don't. And then if you look at the Labour voters themselves, fewer than half are sure whether he tolerates Labour anti-Semitism, tolerates anti-Semitism in the party that they vote for. 18% think that he does, and 34% don't know. So it's actually very, very stark. It is an even split between those three options. People aren't sure. People don't think that he is anti-Semitic, definitely. There's not a majority in favour of that view, but there's a massive amount of unsureness. And the fact that for a major party leader to be that equivocal about such an issue is something that should worry them. And you can see that the effects of that already. In the general election in 2017, you saw the likes of Finchley and Golders Green, places like Hendon, where they could have won those seats. They were within spitting distance and didn't, partially because of the Jewish vote. If you look at the local elections earlier this year, they were expected to win Chipping Barnet, another place with a large amount of Jews in that constituency, in that local authority. And in fact, the Conservatives actually gained a larger majority against the swing across the rest of the country. So it's a problem not only for the general public in particular, but also in particular places, certainly in large areas of London, where we've already seen the outcome of that.
Yeah, it's a problem in itself because it's an unattractive thing to be accused of.
It is, and clearly people aren't sure whether he is or is not. And if you look at polls which have been done before with Jews in particular, so asking not just the general public but Jews in particular, 8 in 10 think that the Labour Party does not do enough to combat anti-Semitism. And this was in 2017, so I'm not sure the last few weeks will have helped that.